okay, things are definitely not as they seem as we begin this villain invasion from all of them on their summer training camp. I mean, I did not see it for a second that Bakugo is going to be heavily involved in the future events of Academia like this. So immediately I'm going to get straight into this, like when we get to see Bakugo and Todoroki right there in the middle of the forest, like there, seeing that creepy ass bondage man there with a fucking hand there, like just like saying like, oh, I got a job to do, and Bakugo's like, yeah, let's get fucking ready to do this. Like, I've got to say, this is one of the more interesting things about this, because when we found out actually that one of their main objectives here was actually to get Bakugo to come with them, this is where things is like, okay, what exactly are the whole entail that, like, is Bakugo really been telling the whole truth about it? Because we know, like, he's been having some very mixed emotions of recently, but not to mention as well, like, he's never once talked once about his family, and I feel like this is where it's going to kind of go into it, that maybe potentially some of his family, like maybe his father that, like, was actually, like, a villain for all we know and all that, like, maybe that's kind of why he hated, like, that whole thing of, like, Deku, like, saying, I'm going to become a hero and all that stuff like that. The same, like, Goody Two Shoes, like, you know, hey, not everything's, you know, black and white and stuff like that. Like, you know, not everything's just all goody in this world, you know, things are like bad and fucked up shit and all that. Not all heroes are this just shining glory and all that. If you want to get things done, you can't be following it all by the books and stuff like that. Sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty to do some of this stuff. And honestly, I feel like if he saw Stain or something like that, I feel like that's kind of where Bakugo would actually go, where, like, in the future, where he's like, yeah, fuck everything and all that. Like, sometimes, like, the way of doing stuff is like is not by the justice way of like how like everything doing all prim and proper, but it's like there's still a lot of things to be answered with. It's like they have on their main thing was like, yeah, they wanted to get rid of like Deku. He was one of the things that they wanted to clear up out that situation as well, but also as well to get like Bakugo himself to come with them. So I'm thinking that maybe like one of his family members might be like potentially a villain. I'm thinking that might be one of the things where he's got like he has to live with like one of his like brothers or something like that. We hadn't actually heard like anything too much about his family, but maybe like his father as well or his mother like might be either, or like did some fucked up shit, and maybe that's why he wanted to become a hero. Like honestly, I'm very looking forward to seeing like later on this series where we are going to find a little bit more about Bakugo, because you know, apart from like Todoroki, Bakugo is one of my favorite characters, and I love Bakugo. I think he's a great ass character, and see that he's going to be getting something in the future or like some really good development, I think that's definitely worth for his character, and I'm very much looking forward to that, seeing that in the future. Not to mention as well, we find out that the villain that Deku is fighting with, he was the one that actually killed Kota's parents. Like, what, like, Holmes is like, that was kind of interesting to see, like, what that whole was about. Because honestly, when you go see, like, that really fucked up glass eye, like, that artificial eye that he has, is really fucking badass. And find, like, his whole thing is, like, controlling a muscle fibers around his body. Like, that's his quirk. I really like that. Even, like, Deku going straight in, full out and all that, like, this guy definitely has intimidating ability, like, compared to what we've seen with, like, with Lash Out, like, definitely all, like, the villains and all that, like, some of them have a little bit of inspiration from, like, Stain, some of them are just doing their own goals, like, it's very interesting. I'm glad that they're not all just, like, oh, this is what we're doing it for, like, oh, praise Stain, but I like some of them are doing, like, following the Stain code, and not to mention as well, some of them are doing it for their own personal glory, just because they want to kill people, they want to fuck shit up, or they're fucking crazy. Like, I like that they're all very mixed out, and they're not just, oh, like, this villain's the same as this one, or that one, and that. I like that they're all there, but definitely it's like, it was mainly focusing on this, and I do realize that Deku was getting his shit kicked in throughout all of this. He's like, yeah, he was really not, like, out of all, like, the villains he's going off, he really was not ready to combat this one, especially, even willing to go to 100% as well, of, like, the one that is insane for what he was going to do and all that. But it's like, overall, I really enjoyed this chapter of Academia. I think there's a lot of crazy shit going to it. I just need those answers though, man. I need to know about what the fuck is going on with Bakugo. I need to know, why are they after him so much? Is it because his potential to become a villain? Is it something to do maybe with his family members? What do you guys think, honestly? What do you think is going on with that? And not to mention as well, that Deku's actually going full out, ready to, like, go out and, like, break his arm or something just to go and deal with, like, this whole villain right now. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Personally, very good chapter. I think they give this one like a 7.5 out of 10, but that's all from me, so I'll catch you guys, though, next time.